Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in a Fortnite video, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best colorblind and also the best settings that you guys can use as far as your monitor settings, TV settings, whatever the case may be. I'm going to show you guys everything you guys should change to make your game look way more colorful, way more vibrant, and just make everything in the game pop a lot better. I'm going to show you guys the best settings to use for that. And real quick, before I get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want to take part in this giveaway and a chance to win, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you guys do turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And lastly, comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And also, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom, click on support a creator, type in my code. My creator code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I wanted to be showing you guys some things you should change in your settings that is going to make your game look way better than before. It's going to make all the colors pop. It's going to make the game look a lot more vibrant. So these are settings you guys want to change. And the first thing I want to mention, my game doesn't look as good as it possibly could because I am playing on whatever, I don't even know what the heck it's called like Durnanope, whatever, colorblind, whatever the heck that thing is called. And that's the colorblind I use because it makes it easier to see in zone, which definitely makes the colors look a little bit different. It doesn't make it look as poppy, but it definitely helps me out quite a bit because I'm a try-hard player and I need to be as sweaty as possible in my games because my pub games are about the equivalent of a normal player's scrims. So any sort of competitive advantage like seeing a little bit better in the zone is going to be something that I want to change in my settings, and this is exactly what I did. But the number one setting that you guys want to change, now this works if you guys play on either a TV, if you guys play on a monitor, the number one setting that is going to make your game look extremely good, and that is going to be, as you can see in the top right, down at the bottom, it's called saturation. That is going to be the best setting and number one thing you guys want to change. Now obviously if you guys play on a TV or monitor, it could be a little bit different. So in here it's called saturation. On your TV it could be called like color vibrance or something like that. That is going to be the setting that you guys want to change. Now if you guys play on like some super old box TV, kind of what I was playing on back in my PS3 days, then obviously you're probably not going to have any of these settings, which is going to be unfortunate because these settings make your game look 10 times better. Now, as far as when you're playing on console, there really isn't anything in the console settings specifically on your Xbox or PS4 that you can change to make your game look better. But if you guys are playing on either a somewhat newer, I would say within the last probably 5 or 10 years, if you guys have a TV that has some of these settings or a monitor, you definitely want to up your saturation. Obviously I probably wouldn't put it on max, but I would say in about a 70% is going to be very, very good, and that is going to make your game look way better than before. That is the number one setting you guys want to change. Now if you guys don't have that setting, there is some other settings that you guys can look at as well. And two of the other settings you guys can change that will make a huge difference on how your game looks. The first one being up on the screen kind of in the middle, it's going to be sharpness. Now when I was making this video, I actually messed around with the sharpness. I really did. I actually ended up putting it on 100 after I kind of took the screenshot because I think sharpness makes your game look, I guess, sharper. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Makes everything a lot more clear, makes everything a lot easier to see. So I would recommend, if you have this setting, to up your sharpness on your TV or monitor. Now like I said, each monitor is going to be a little bit different, so some of you guys might like it better on maybe like a 60 or 70, but I actually moved mine up to 100%. I really did like it that way. And the other setting you guys can change, so you had the sharpness, and then the other one is going to be your contrast. Now I forgot to take a screenshot of it, but it's basically just in my display settings on my monitor. It's going to be called, like I said, contrast. Now this makes the colors look a little bit more poppy, because with the contrast settings, it makes the contrast a lot better between the darker colors and the lighter colors, and it just makes the game look better in that aspect. So those are the three settings that you guys can change on either your TV or monitor. So the first one obviously being saturation, that is going to be the biggest one. I also forgot to mention, if you guys have a capture card, like for me, I had an Elgato when I played on my Xbox, and I had saturation on there, and I was able to make my game look extremely good back when I played on console. So also if you have that, you can mess around with settings on there. So the Elgato the saturation, obviously the first setting, the second setting being sharpness, and the third setting being your contrast. Those are the 3 specific settings for your monitor or TV that you guys can use that is going to make a huge difference in how your game looks. It's going to make everything look a lot better. Now, if you guys don't have any of those settings, there is a few things, or if you guys play on PC, there is a few other things you guys can do to make your game look a little bit better. But obviously the best ways to do it are going to be in your TV or monitor settings. But if you don't have those settings, there is a few other ways to make your game look really good. And these settings can be found in your colorblind settings, so it doesn't matter if you play on console, if you guys play on PC, you can use your colorblind to make your game look a little bit better. Now, obviously, it's not going to be as good as upping your saturation, but there is a few suggestions I saw in my previous video that I think are going to make a huge difference. So for me, I play on that weird colorblind. It's like the second one over that makes you able to see in zone a lot better. But the colorblind setting you guys want to use to make your game look a little bit better is going to be the last one, that's Trinanope. And the thing about this one is I've seen that playing on maybe a lower brightness can make your game look a little bit better. Personally, I like playing on max brightness, and because I play on max brightness doesn't mean you guys should, because on my monitor brightness itself is low, in the game it's a lot higher. So obviously it's going to depend on which monitor you're using, how bright everything is. But that's one suggestion I saw, is maybe playing on this last colorblind setting, putting it on. You can try it out, maybe putting it in between like a 6 and 8 or maybe a 9, and then kind of adjusting with your brightness to see how good it looks on a lower brightness and how good it looks on a upper brightness. Now, for those guys on PC, now my recent monitor that I have doesn't have any colorblind settings in the monitor. What I have to do is go into my NVIDIA settings, go over here to the adjust desktop color settings, click on the monitor that you currently have. So this one's the one I have, is the G-Sync Anywhere 25 Hertz, the best monitor ever. I freaking love it. And you go down to what you see in color vibrance. Now for the hue, this just changes all the colors and makes everything really weird. But the setting you want to change is the digital vibrance. That's the exact same thing as the saturation that you can find on your monitor. So when you move it down, and for some reason, like when I was recording, I saw it on my screen, but you guys can't. But basically, when you put it on 0, it makes everything black and white. But when you put it on 100, it makes everything look bright. For whatever reason, it didn't pick it up, I guess, on my OBS as far as the game, but like when I was adjusting it, I could see it clearly. But digital vibrance is the thing that you want to change. That is going to be the equivalent to saturation on either your monitor or your TV. So I really like these settings. I think they're really good. Now, as far as the other ones, I haven't even touched those. I just keep them how they are. But like I said, those are pretty much all the different ways that you can adjust your graphic settings in this game. There really isn't any other way. If any of these really don't work for you, then the only thing I can recommend to you guys is maybe getting a monitor that has DUS, which you can get pretty cheaply. I mean, you can get a 144 hertz monitor for like $150. I mean, you can even get like a 60 hertz. I wouldn't recommend getting a 60 hertz because of the new consoles coming out. They're going to be 120. So you can easily pick up maybe like 120, 144 hertz monitor for like $150. Not the craziest expensive, but it makes the game look way better. Plus, if you guys do upgrade to the new consoles, you're going to be able to play on that higher FPS, so it's a win-win. Better color settings, and for the new consoles, you're going to be playing on that higher FPS. So those are all the things that I can recommend to you guys. There really isn't too many other things you can do. Just basically in your TV or monitor settings, which most of you guys do have, you can change your saturation, you can change your sharpness, and you can also change your contrast. Those are the 3 things. Obviously, maybe your brightness as well. And then if you guys don't have any of those settings, you can go into your settings in the game for your colorblind settings, put it on the Trinanope one, and maybe move it up to either, like, I would say in between like a 6 and 9. I like to have it on like a 7 or 8, and then maybe play on lower brightness, maybe play on higher brightness, and try to find the best balance. But those are pretty much all the ways. Yeah, that's pretty much every single way possible that you can adjust your colorblind settings. So like I said, if it doesn't apply to you, probably just have to maybe save up and get a monitor that does. And I would recommend getting 144 hertz monitors, because with the new consoles having 120 FPS, you want to be able to utilize all that FPS that you're going to get. So I'd recommend grabbing a 144 hertz monitor, which you can easily do for maybe $150. Especially if it's on sale. And with that being said, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Make sure you guys do turn on those post notifications, you guys get notified for every single new video. And as well, I do live stream every single day on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys haven't seen my live streams yet, make sure you guys do come by. I play solos every single day on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys haven't seen, definitely come by. They're a ton of fun. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys guys watching the video, and alright guys, I will see you in the next video.